Hi, my name is Brooke Markovichis. I'm the founder and CEO here at Allobee, and this is a 5-part video series where we're going to talk about how to onboard and manage clients successfully as a freelancer, because we want you to increase your client retention and your referrals so you can save time and make more money. So the first video, we're going to talk about how to onboard clients. So there is a lot to this. And actually, one of the biggest things that we hear from all of the hundreds of freelancers that we've worked with here at Allobee is that onboarding clients can be a really big barrier. It can seem scary, especially if you are just getting into freelancing and you're wanting to appear professional. You're wanting to make sure that you have it all together. And that can be a really big barrier to enter for a freelancer when you're getting started. And we didn't want that to happen at Allobee. I left my job 7 years ago and started freelancing. And luckily, I had tech skills and a background and a network that was able to help support me in getting some of my first gigs as a freelancer. But also, I did feel pretty non-professional at the beginning. I felt like I had to have a website ready. I had to have all of these systems in place. And I was really pulling together all of these different solutions and trying to consolidate them. And it was a mess at the beginning. And I wanted to make sure that when I built Allobee and that we brought this software solution together, that it was easy for you to be able to get started from day one as a freelancer. I wanted you to be able to stay in your zone of genius and just bring your skill set to the table, but to get jobs brought to you, as well as have an easy way for you to onboard your clients. So I'm going to show you how we are able to help you onboard and support you here at Allobee, but also how you could take these specific ideas and utilize it in your business, even if you're not working with Allobee. So let me show you a little bit in our dashboard. So here at Allobee, it's really simple when you're in to add a client. So we provide clients here at Allobee to you as a paying subscriber at Allobee. If a job comes in that you're matched with, that you qualify for and have the skill sets for, you can get jobs through us. But you also can add your own clients. And it literally takes just a minute. So you press on that plus button, you add in who that client is that you want to add in, their email, their company name, how often they want to get emails, which can always change. And literally you just click add and that client is added in and you're able to see your clients here at Allobee. You also are able to add a project really quickly with us, which allows you to get up and running really fast and efficient. Make sure you set that scope and we can send the invoice. We can help to support getting them onboarded and ready in our platform. What I'm going to show you next is exactly what the client ends up seeing. So over on the client side, they are able to see their onboarding steps. So you get a series of emails that you can send to your client as you're onboarding them into Allobee to let them know that they're going to receive login information, that you've partnered with Allobee to help support you as a business owner and help support them. And so they're going to be able to see the steps that they go through. We make it really simple for them. And they get some onboarding videos and things that they can see in their dashboard. They also are able to see the project that they've signed up with you for. And so they're able to see all of their projects that are in the Allobee system. One thing that's really cool that you can offer to this client is if you're a web designer, but you know they need copywriting and that isn't your jam, you can always tell them about Allobee and they can hire a copywriter through us. And you guys can even work together on the project through our platform. And this gives you a kickback of $100 for every client that you send Allobee's way. So this is a great way for you to keep that client, but to also get a kickback for getting them somebody else to help with their business, as well as it helps you look really good as a freelancer that you helped fill that client's need, even if you couldn't fill it. So it's a really great way to make some extra money here at Allobee. Also, what's cool is they're going to see any of the weekly reports that are attached to these projects. So they're able to see exactly what's going on with that project, when it started, when it ended, if there's any milestones, if there's related projects to it. So if there's like a big project going on and there's multiple levels to it, there might be relations in that project. And then it just makes it really simple for them to be able to interact. So if they don't have any projects over here in this one, but it makes it really simple for them to interact as a client. One of the other things that we always encourage our freelancers at Allobee to do, and I just encourage this across the board, is that you want to make sure that whatever your client is experiencing is super easy, because oftentimes they're time poor, they're overwhelmed, they outsource to you because they really want it off of their plate. And so one of the things that can get kind of time consuming as a freelancer is that communication that you have with them. But it's so important to be consistent with that. And I'm going to talk about that in another video in this series, but I wanted to make sure that I brought that up because that can be really important. So that communication in the very early days, that onboarding is essential, because if some wire is not crossed right, or they misread something, it can really throw off the whole project and your relationship with that client. And so the more that we can do to help you onboard that client effectively, professionally, and efficiently, it's going to really support you in making sure that client is happy and that you retain that client. So those are my tips of how to get onboarded effectively with that client. Make sure that when you are setting up those projects that you get a very clear scope with them. You want to make sure that that's important. And that's what I'm going to talk about in the next video, because it is essential to set that scope up correctly and get it rolling. So if you are going to watch the whole rest of the series, you can get the whole series in the link in the description, but also you can go ahead and watch the scope setting video next, where you're going to find out more about how to make sure that you nail that scope so you don't end up doing extra work with project scope creep, because that can be a nightmare as a freelancer. Have a good day, everybody.